Your hair looks cute. Wait, Al. You can have my spot in the front if you want. Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe we're gonna start singing you the pop.
I don't know if it's me or if it's just time, but I'll take it. It's all me.
Hey, are you teaching?
Gonna just lock people out, right? I know. We're full. Sorry, full.
You're teaching Thanksgiving.
Yes.
You're doing the 9:15?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. You can probably scoot back a little if it bugs you to be so close to the wall, but you're good. It's just me being OCD. Do whatever you want. Yeah, because like sometimes I just have a little space. All right, my friends. Welcome everybody. Thanks for being here. Um, most of you I know, some of you I don't. If you don't know me, I'm Katie. I teach this class on the regular. This is pretty much the winter Sunday yoga vibe is pretty packed. So yeah, thanks for making space for each other and adjusting so that we can fit all the peeps. I locked the door, so hopefully nobody will pass on the door or anything. We'll be good to go. As far as announcements, this Thursday is Thanksgiving, as most of you know. I am teaching on Thanksgiving Day, 9:15 a.m. That's the only class happening. So I don't know how it will be. Might be much like this. So get here on time if you want to practice and get a spot. And then on Friday, the 6 a.m. class is canceled, but all the rest of the classes are happening. So, and then the rest of the weekend is just normal. As far as other announcements, yeah, I guess that's really all we got. Just FYI, as a heads up, it's not happening for a couple weeks or so, but December 13th and 14th, we have this Tinsel and Sage Creators Market. Are you doing it, Maggie? Awesome. Hell yeah. So there's a lot of awesome local artists and vendors that just put up their little booths in here. It's actually really surprising how many people fit in this space. So there's some fun stuff. I usually try to come every year and get some Christmas gifts for people. So if you're around, it's the 13th and 14th, and it is on a Sunday. So this class will not be happening on the 14th, just FYI. Yeah, I think it's in like 2 weeks or something like that. Other than that, let's just do the thing. Let's do yoga. So go ahead. If you're not already there, find seated meditation. And as you come into your seat, you might move around a little bit. You might explore a little bit. You might reach your arms up and stretch. You can roll your head around, feeling into your neck, or roll your shoulders around, and just kind of immediately notice how your physical body feels this morning. And eventually, just settle into stillness. Find stillness. So you can rest your hands in your lap, palms face up to be a little more open and receptive, palms face down to be a little more grounded. You can also bring your hands to your heart center, or even one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Just whatever resonates for you this morning. And then either close your eyes or lower and soften your gaze. So try to not look around with great big satellite eyes, but start to bring your awareness a little more inward. See if you can allow yourself to really fully arrive here in this space, not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally and energetically as well. So simply whatever you've got going on in your life and everything that's going on in the world, for now, that chaos just gets to stay out there. And just feel yourself in this room. Feel the ground underneath you. Feel the air on your skin. All the sounds around you. So there's the obvious sound of my voice. There's a lot of background noise, white noise. There's probably even noises that are coming from within your own body. Maybe you notice the sound of your own breath. And do start to bring a little more of your awareness inside. So how do you feel this morning? Not just physically, energetically, what's going on? And emotionally, what's present? Maybe there's lots of emotions. Maybe there's fresh emotions. Maybe there are emotions that are there just under the surface, kind of lurking all the time. Where do you feel them in your body? Maybe there's a numbness. Maybe there's no emotion. Notice that as well. So there's no right or wrong. You're not trying to judge or figure anything out. You're just simply noticing, witnessing what's already here, what's already happening. You're bringing your awareness and your attention to it. So if you have not already, start to bring awareness to your breath. You can either visualize your breath, use your imagination, and just see it in some way flowing through you. If you're more tactile, you might feel it expand and contract. Feel into the rise and fall of each inhale and each exhale. And then next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. And hold in that fullness. When you are full, see if you can even take one little sip extra at the top, like a teaspoon more. And then open your mouth and great big sigh. Ah, yeah, really nice, you guys. Do that 2 more times. So inhale, fill up. As full as you can become, take up space, hold. Extra little sip of air. And then great big sigh, let it out. Ah, yes. One more time, biggest inhale you've taken all morning. It's like you're waking up every little space inside of you with this breath. Hold in that fullness. Let the breath circulate around. This time, see if there are 2 extra sips you can find at the top. And big sigh, release, let it out. Nice job. Now with your lips sealed, begin to drop into your ujjayi breath. So ujjayi breath is in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. So it's very different than just a typical nostril breath. You don't hear it or feel it so much as it moves through your nostrils. You hear it and feel it a lot as it moves through your throat. So you're constricting the muscles in your throat that you would constrict when you whisper, when you hum, or when you gasp. So essentially, it's like you're humming on the inside. You're creating your own internal vibration. Each inhale is big and spacious, powerful. And each exhale is long and slow. It takes you all the way to emptiness, all the way to the very, very bottom. So this breath is not in a rush. It's calming for your nervous system. It's slow and steady. But it's also big and spacious and powerful, dynamic, powers you through your yoga practice, supports you from within. So see if you can use this breath to guide you through your practice today. And anytime you lose it, no big deal, but just notice that and then see if you can bring it back. So please feel free to stay here as long as you'd like. Please feel free to come back to this place at any time. But if you're ready to start moving now, Just take this breath with you and transition forward onto your hands and your knees, tabletop. And then from your tabletop position, just start to move any way your body feels like moving. So that might be cat-cows. That's always a good place to begin, something familiar. Then see if you can get a little more curious or a little more creative, intuitive. You could circle your hips all the way around. You could draw figure eights with your hips. Even just move your hips side to side like you're wagging your tail behind you. Maybe you feel like sitting back into a child's pose and taking a few grounding breaths there. Maybe you want to stretch your forearms and your wrists. So you could spin your fingers out to the sides of your mat or back towards your knees. Just kind of gently rock it out side to side, back and forth, or around in little circles. So this is your time to feel your body. So rather than thinking your way through this with your mind, see if you can go inside, use your felt senses. Respond to what you feel, get curious about what you feel. There's no right or wrong. Just notice. How is your spine, your upper back, mid back, low back? How are your shoulders and your hips, your side bodies? So give yourself about 3, 4, 5 more breaths, exploring in this way. And then eventually we're headed to downward facing dog. So just in your own time, in your own way, downward facing dog is your eventual destination. You get there however you'd like, whenever you're ready. Good job, friends. And then once you're back in down dog, keep exploring, keep feeling around. So you can pedal out your heels, walk out your dog. Maybe you give your head a little shake or a little nod. And in your down dog, see if you can find the connection to your strong core, your center. So rather than feeling like all of the weight is coming down into your hands, you want to feel like energy is moving upwards. So spread your fingers really wide and even imagine you're gripping the ground with the pads of your fingertips. And then see if you can find strong shoulders. So rather than hyperextending through your shoulders, which many people do in down dog, strong, stable shoulder placement. Rather than pressing back through your shoulders, see if you can press back through your heart a little bit more. And then, like I said, the strength in your core lifts you up. So imagine there's an invisible rope attached to your belly button, and it's pulling up, tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. So if you can figure out how to use your core in almost every single pose in yoga, it feels all of a sudden like you're not fighting through it. Something is holding you from within. So how can you engage more to actually effort less? Is your big deep breath still there? Supporting you from within, creating space, creating buoyancy and lightness, and connecting you back to your center at the bottom of each exhale. So the end of each exhale, feel your navel draw in and up towards your spine. It's what we call Uddiyana Bandha, your core lock. You guys look awesome. Nice poses. Take one more big inhale into your down dog. And then as you exhale, just look to the top of your mat and however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Once you have arrived, come into your halfway lift position, spine nice and long, get all the rounding out of your back. Exhale, Lisa. Exhale, bow and fold. And then do that one more time. Inhale to your halfway lift, top of your head reaches forward, tops of thighs press back, sit bones broaden. Exhale, let it go. Beautiful. And then this time all the way up. So come through your halfway lift, keep rising, arms extend overhead. And exhale, hands to your heart center. With your breath flowing for just a moment, inhale, high mountain, stretch tall. Exhale, hinge at your hips, slow dive down. So you can bend your knees a little or a lot, especially if you feel it in your low back. Inhale, halfway lift, spinal extension. Get all the rounding out of your back. Even the back of your neck is nice and long. Exhale, release and fold. And then press into your feet. Lead with your heart if you can. Rise up. Inhale, arms extend. Maybe you gaze up. And exhale, hands to your heart center. We'll take that one more time. It's a half sun salute, like a moving meditation. Inhale, high mountain pose. Reach. Follow your breath down slowly. So see if you can take the entire length of your exhale. Feel your core engage as you take this dive down. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, release and fold. Uttanasana. Press into your feet, connect to your center, rise back up, heart leads if possible. Inhale, arms overhead. And hands to your heart as you exhale. All right, this time, inhale, arms to the sky. Then pause right here. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Side body stretch. So hips go left, upper body goes right. Yeah. More weight in your left foot. And if you want to, you can reach your right tiptoes out to the right. Just keep them very light. Make sure your left shoulder is down, thank you, down and back, plugged into the socket. So your bicep should be next to your ear, not in front of your face. And then breathe length into your left side, your left waistline. Breathe space in between your left ribs. Take one more huge full body breath. See if there's any more length you can create on your left side. And then as you inhale, come back to center and switch it up. Grab your right wrist. Same thing to the other side. So think of a crescent moon shape with your body. Right foot is your base. Left foot can reach out, tiptoes on the ground. So a little element of balance. Right shoulder back and down, plugged in. So it's nice and stable. As you pull with your left arm, you're resisting with your right arm. So if you were to let go right now, your right arm would slingshot out. Soften through your face, relax your jaw. Take one more round of breath. Create a little more length on your right side body. Good. Inhale back to center, both feet on your mat. And as you exhale, bring your hands behind you and interlace your fingers. Once you've got your fingers interlaced, roll your shoulders back and down. Shoulder blades hug your spine. This might be different than you're used to, but bend your elbows a lot. And then suction cup your palms together. So with your palms suction cup together, now imagine your elbows are magnetized and try to squeeze your elbows closer to one another. Keep all of that and imagine your fingers are super glued together and you're trying to pull just your fingers apart. So your palms are still pressing, your elbows are still squeezing towards each other. So you can keep all of that and then start to reach your hands back away from your body. So this is what's called muscle energy. Rather than just hyperextending into your joints, you're actually using some muscle. See if you can create a little baby back bend if you would like. So press your hips gently forward as you puff up your chest and tilt your chin up. Very good. Take one more inhale here. Keep your clasp. Exhale, hinge at your hips all the way down into your forward fold. Nice work. Hang out for a couple rounds in your fold with your fingers interlaced behind you. So see if you can lift your butt, your sit bones up. Keep your weight more forward so you're not rocking back in your heels. You're more in the balls of your feet and the pads of your toes. And then use your core to lift your sit bones. Use the mobility in your shoulders. Lift your knuckles. Relax your neck. So if it helps, bend your knees more. Head is heavy. Take one more inhale. Really good, everybody. Exhale, hands to your low back. Release your clasp. Let your arms hang down. Give them a little shaky shake. Halfway lift on an inhalation. Realign your spine. Exhale, plant your hands this time and step back to plank position. So top of your push-up. Pause for a moment, check in with your hands, spread your fingers wide and actively push the ground away. So if you do that, it will make it feel like you're less in your wrists and you're actually using the muscles in your arms and your shoulders. Start to take little baby rocks forward and back. Draw your belly button in and up so you feel your strong core here. You can come to your knees at any time if you feel like modifying. Next time you inhale, little rock forward, so on your tippy toes, and then exhale, lower halfway down. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Don't let your belly drop. Inhale, push back up, high plank position. Yes, one more time like that. Little rock forward, lower halfway. So your elbows are stacked over your wrists. Inhale, nice neck, push back up, high plank. And then this time, all the way down, strong, straight, powerful line all the way to your belly. Take your time and grow into a heart opener of your choice, back bend of your choice. So lift your heart. And if you want, you could take a moment, maybe gaze one way and then the other, just feel into it. And then in your next couple breaths, downward facing dog. However you'd like to transition, just do it with awareness. We'll be here for about 5 rounds of breath. Feel free to move and explore, or maybe you just want to be still on the outside, but inside, there's little micro movements happening. You can make little micro adjustments that really change how the pose feels inside. Again, spread your fingers. So if you feel like when you get done with yoga, your wrists are hurting, it's probably because you're not engaging through your hands or your forearms. Spread your fingers wide and grip with your fingertips. Find the strength in your arms. Find the strength in your shoulder girdle. Find the strength in your core. Soften your face. Unclench your jaw. So yes, you are using a lot of muscle, a lot of engagement, but there's also a softness and a sweetness. So where can you relax? Where are you tensing up that you don't need to be? Notice it all. And that is the practice. That is the yoga. So this pose down dog, you can do it mindlessly, or you can be here and feel everything there is to feel right now. Respond to it. Make those little adjustments. So even if you've been in down dog a million times before, in this moment, right now, what does it feel like in your body? How can you adjust to be more efficient? How can you use your breath to create more space? Take one more inhalation as you push the ground away and lift your hips really high. As you exhale, look to the top of your mat, step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Once you arise, final extension, breathe in, nice and long. Exhale, bow, let it go. From the press of your feet, rise all the way up, arms overhead. Inhale, big stretch. And exhale, hands to your heart center. All right, we'll start to build our flow now. Inhale, high mountain, reach up. As you exhale, little baby back bend, cactus your arms, squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, curl open. Inhale, re-extend and realign, get tall. As you exhale, sit back into a chair plane pose. So sit back and reach back. As you reach back, rather than rounding and looking down at the ground, see if you can find a little cobra in your chest. So heart stays lifted, back muscles hug around your spine. And as you reach your butt back behind you, you feel a connection to your center. So rather than just flaring your ribs, draw navel to spine and feel that connection. It's your transverse abdominis. You can stay right here, or option to float up to your tiptoes. Yes. So lift your heels high. And if you lifted your heels, now you have more range of motion in your legs. See if you can sit a little bit lower. Nice, Amber. Very good, you guys. Awesome, Brittany. Take one more round. Option to stay on your tiptoes. Inhale, high mountain, so as tall as you can grow. And then maybe stay on your tiptoes as you exhale and dive down. So stick your butt out and feel your core engage. This is an exaggeration of what you want to feel every time you dive down. Nice work. Heels on the ground now. Halfway lift. Inhale, nice and long. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank position. Take your vinyasa however you want to. So you can add push-ups, you can take it on your knees. Nice, Kel. You can substitute cat-cows. You can always even skip it if you'd rather. See you in downward facing dog. In your heart opener, friends, I see a lot of people with their shoulders up towards their ears and their arms locked out. So always shoulders back and down away from your ears. You never want to feel like you're locking out your elbows. So think of a bend in your elbows and pointing your elbow tips towards the back wall. All right, Ujjayi breath in your down dog. Feel it and hear it flowing through, supporting you from within if you let it. From your down dog, next inhalation, take your right leg to the sky. Feel free to explore a little bit if you want to open your hip, if you want to point and flex your foot, make circles with your knee in space. Keep your strong hands, strong shoulders, and your strong core. Big deep breaths. Very nice. And make your right leg just long, strong, and powerful, active through your right foot. Take one more inhale. Try not to let your hips sink, so like your hips are still in down dog. Exhale, right knee towards your nose and curl in. With all that space in front of you, step through softly, low lunge. Rise slowly into your crescent lunge. Nice Kai. So high on the ball of your back foot, all of your toes face directly forward. And rather than sinking into your hips, you're hugging in towards midline. So energetically, your front hip is pulling back and your back hip is pulling forward. Rather than flaring your ribs forward, navel to spine. So if you draw your belly button in and up, it feels like you have a little brace around your middle. That's what you want to feel. It's supporting your low back. Again, your transverse abdominis. Maybe you're gazing up. Maybe you're spreading your fingers really wide, like there's energy shooting out of them. Or maybe today you just feel like softening your hands. So whatever you're doing, it's on purpose. It's intentional. You're aware of it. Feel your breath flow through every little space. Feel your weight nice and centered. So it shouldn't feel right now like you're leaning forward. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, just like you did in your chair a moment ago, hinge forward and reach back. So as you reach back, heart stays lifted like you're doing a cobra pose. And stay connected to your strong core. You can stay right here if you prefer. Otherwise, float your back foot off the ground for a full airplane. So back foot lifts. And imagine you're trying to create a smiley face shape from the crown of your head back to your heel. Yes, back foot is active, toes active, heart is lifted. Beautiful. You can bend your standing leg if it's helpful. Take one more round. So nice, everybody. Awesome, Maggie. Come back, crescent lunge, soft landing. So left toe step down, arms reach up, breathe in. And then exhale, bring your hands to the ground. We're not going to do this when we flow, but for right now, set your back knee down gently. We'll come into half splits. So you can either bring your hips all the way back to your heel as you straighten your front leg, or you can keep your hips a little bit higher and walk your front foot forward a little bit. So working your front leg towards straight, flex your right toes back and active towards your shin. Press down through the back of your right heel and try to pull your right heel back towards your body. So I see some of you just kind of curling your tailbone under as you sit into it. You're not going to get much out of that. You want to stick your butt out. So it helps me if I keep my back toes curled under rather than untucking them and just sitting on my heel. So stay active. Butt is reaching back as your heart is reaching forward. Your right toes are flexing back. You're pressing down through your heel and trying to drag your heel back towards your body. You might even feel a little shake. Breathe into it and soften around it. Yes. So you can get your little baby pinky toe on your right foot even to flex back. Nice, Claire. Take about 3 more rounds working this pose. Every exhalation is an invitation to go a little deeper, to soften around it. So nice. Good. Good adjustments and good awareness. All right, very end of your next exhalation. Come back into your low lunge position. So curl your back toes under, lift your back knee up. And then you're going to pivot your back heel down, rise up to a warrior 2 pose, Virabhadrasana 2. So back heel pivots down, cartwheel your arms up. Your right toes are now facing directly forward, left toes directly to the left. Your hips are open and your heart is open towards the windows. You're not trying to reach forward. You're just settling, weight nice and centered, shoulders stacked over hips. So feel in your lower body a sense of groundedness, rootedness. And then in your upper body, a sense of spaciousness and expansion. Draw up through the crown of your head and reach through your fingers like you've got great big wings. Next time you breathe in, reach for the front wall like you want to touch it. Reach, reach, reach as far as you can. When you can't reach any further, side angle, right arm towards the ground, left arm either straight up towards the sky, or you can reach your left arm forward, bicep next to your ear. If the half or the full bind is in your practice and you feel like going there, you're welcome to. But wherever you go, hips stay open, heart stays open, and breath flows freely. Keep your back foot rooted and your back leg strong. Keep breathing into every little space. We'll be here for about 2 or 3 more rounds. So feel everything there is to feel. Track your front knee towards your pinky toe rather than letting it collapse inwards. Nice poses, you guys. Nice, Gordon. Take one last deep breath. From the press of your feet, next inhalation, reverse warrior. So rise up, reach up, try to touch the sky, and then reach slightly back. Keep the deep bend in your front knee and keep tracking your front knee towards your pinky toe. Yes. Breathe into your long right side body, your right waistline, the space between your right ribs. Sometimes I like to bring my left hand up to grab my right wrist. Give it a little tug. If there's any other variation you want to take, go for it. About 2 more deep breaths, 3 more deep breaths. Good job, everybody. All right, bottom of your next exhale. Come back to a warrior 2 position. And then we won't do this when we flow, but for now, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. So all your toes are now facing the long edge of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then however you want to make that transition down, you can dive down, or maybe you kind of counterclockwise or clockwise swirl down. Come into your wide-legged forward fold. Good job. So if you need to, you can stagger yourself a bit from your neighbor. Hang out here for about 5 to 7 breaths. You can explore however you want. So maybe you just hang out and breathe. That's it. That's perfect. Maybe you move around, Skandasana. Maybe you feel like twisting. Maybe you even feel like moving into a headstand if you feel comfortable in the middle of the room. Handstand hops. Sometimes I just like to bend both knees and straighten both legs a few times. So lots of ways to explore. Notice if you're holding the forward fold, is the weight in your heels? Are you locking out your knees? Try not to rock back into your heels and hyperextend through your knee joints, but instead weight is more forward. You might have a little or even a big bend in your knees. That's fine. Focus on lifting your sit bones up, reaching the crown of your head down. So little adjustments make a huge difference. Little bits and pieces of awareness make a huge difference. Take about 2, maybe 3 more breaths. You're welcome to exhale out your mouth anytime, friends. All right, fingertips or hands to the ground if they're not already there. And then crawl your hands to the top of your space, coming back into a low lunge position. And then from your low lunge position, standing splits. So right foot is your base, left leg lifts. Just like a one-legged forward fold. I do not care how high your left leg goes. So as high as you can and make sure your left toes are active. So try to spread them apart, wiggle them around. Just like you would do in a forward fold, nice barb. Let your head be heavy, let your neck relax. See if you can feel your connection to your strong core here. So yes, the weight is in your right foot, but energy, you want to feel energy moving upwards. Beautiful poses, friends. Good activation of your left toes. Awesome, Hope. Take one more big inhale. Maybe lift your left leg a tiny bit higher. And then as you exhale, set your left foot down at the top of your yoga mat, forward fold. You can give your right leg a little shaky shake if it wants it. Bring your big toes together until they touch. Keep a little gap in between your heels. Tuck and curl. So tiny little potato bug ball. butt towards the ground and nose towards your knees. So you can lift your heels up high. That will work balance and strength. Or you can try to press your heels down, and that will work ankle flexibility. You might even wrap your arms around your shins and give yourself a great big squeeze, great big hug. Nice, Scott. Breathe into your back body a lot. So feel your breath in the back of your heart, back ribs, low back. Every exhale all the way to emptiness. Nice, Abigail. Take one last round. As you inhale, come into a halfway lift. So heels down, spine parallel to the ground. You can widen your stance if you want to. Exhale, fold, let it go. Nice, Brit. And then take it all the way up, rise up. High mountain pose. Inhale your arms, extend, and pause right here. So as you're reaching up, notice what are your own imbalances. For me, if I'm not paying attention, usually I'm flaring my ribs forward and sticking my butt out. For others, it's the exact opposite. They kind of tuck their tailbone and round through their upper back. So for you, for yourself today in this moment, how can you be a little more neutral through your pelvis and through your spine? Keep that. Right foot is your base. Lift your left knee up, standing staff pose. Good. So flex your left toes back and active towards your shin. Hug in with your inner thighs. Take one more inhale here. And then with your exhalation, twist towards the window. So right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches back. You can keep your arms reaching like this, or maybe you grab hold of your left leg with your right hand. You could also press your left hand into your low back. We will get into the full expression of this pose later. So if you want to go there now, that's fine, but we'll get there. Hug in with your inner thighs, broaden through your shoulders and your collarbones. Breathe all the way down into your belly. And as you exhale, work your twist. If you want an extra balance challenge, see if you can gaze back over your left shoulder behind you. Nice job, everybody. Take one last huge deep breath, working your twist. And then as you inhale, come back, standing staff, arms reach up. Left knee is still lifted. Maybe you even extend your left leg forward if you want a little bit extra. Take one more inhale here. Now, as you exhale, listen, super slow motion, low lunge. So left toes to the back of your yoga mat, hands come down to frame your front foot. If possible, land with your fingers and toes at the exact same time. Nice work. All right, once you're in your low lunge, my friends, set your back knee down again. And then take your right leg back behind you this time, three-legged tabletop position. Yes, so right leg reaches back. Awesome. Your left knee is on the ground, right leg is reaching back, three-legged tabletop. Inhale here. As you exhale, right knee towards your nose. Curl in and round your spine, knee towards your nose. Good. Inhale, re-extend. Check in with your left toes, the ones on the ground, curl them under. Exhale, you can do that again, or this is called humble cow, little rock forward. Bend your elbows, tap your chin down, humble cow. As you inhale, push all the way back and up into three-legged down dog. All the way back and up, three-legged down dog. Yes. And then exhale, either straight to down dog or now rock forward and take your vinyasa, plank to chaturanga. You can take it as three-legged, or you can set your right toes down. You can even set your knees down. Thanks, Mary Jo. Inhale to lift your heart, shoulders back and down away from your ears. And exhale, see you in down dog. Ujjayi breath. Reconnect. Feel it and hear it. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Good. Take a moment and explore a little bit. So however you want to, maybe that exploration is purely inside. Keep your strong hands, your strong shoulders, your strong core, your big deep breath. So you are refining your practice every time you show up on your mat rather than tuning out because you've been here before. Tune in. What else can you find? Can you go a little deeper? Peel back another layer. Take one more inhale. Make your left leg long, strong, and powerful. Keep your hips high. Exhale, knee towards your nose. So don't let your hips sink down and then step through softly. If you were lifting your hips, it shouldn't be too hard to step forward. Take your time to rise up, crescent lunge. Nice reach. So all of your toes face forward, high on the ball of your back foot. Rather than sinking into your lunge and trying to go as deep as you can, you're actually finding stability through your legs. So energetically, you're pulling front hip back, back hip forward. Your legs are your strong foundation. Nice, Kim. Awesome, Charles. And then with your legs as your foundation, your upper body is your expression. So feel, what are you doing with your hands and your fingers? What are you doing with your facial muscles, your gaze? Is your heart lifted? Feel into your proud chest. Feel into your breath, every single space. Take one more inhale. Exhale, hinge forward, reach back. So airplane lunge. And then pause for a moment. Can you still feel your core, navel to spine? From this place, if you would like, invitation for full airplane. So lean forward, let your back foot float up. Create that smiley face shape from the crown of your head back to your heel. Back muscles hugging around your spine. Yes. Hips are square. Back foot is active. Nice, Elisa. Take one last deep breath. Good, K. And then bring it back. Soft landing if possible. Crescent lunge. Inhale to reach up. Gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Low lunge. Then once again, we'll take our half split. So back knee down. Not standing split, half split. So back knee down and work your front leg towards straight. And if you bring your hips all the way back to your heel, I recommend keeping your back toes curled under. When you uncurl them, it's so easy to just curl your tailbone under as well. And you're just kind of sitting in this, not getting much out of it. So if you want to get something out of this, try to stick your left butt cheek out. Like you want your left butt cheek to be really big. And then as you stick your left butt cheek out, heart reaches forward, like you're trying to reach your heart past your left knee. Flex your left toes and energetically pull your left heel back towards your body. Pull it back like you're trying to drag it back. So this pose, you can hang out and get really not much. Or if you work it with awareness, you can really work the length of your left leg, the space in your hamstring muscle. Ideally, you want to engage your left quad. You want to feel it firing as you're stretching the back of your leg, that hamstring. Take about 3 more deep breaths, working this pose every breath you take. So you want to feel that happening. Good job. End of your next exhalation, my friends. Nice work. Come back into your low lunge. Pick up your back knee. From low lunge, pivot back heel down. So setting up a warrior 2 stance and then cartwheel your arms up. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. So your back foot now is parallel to the back edge of your mat. And your front knee, it's not collapsing in, it's tracking open. So you're trying to wrap your left butt cheek underneath your body. And as you do that, rather than flaring your ribs forward, keep that connection to your center, that transverse abdominis engagement. I'll say it again and again. It's a subtle adjustment, but it makes a huge difference. It protects your low back. Nice, very good. Next time you inhale, reach forward. See if you can feel your rib cage slide forward as you reach like you want to touch the front wall, and then tip it over. So left hand towards the ground, right arm towards the sky, or right arm could reach forward, bicep next to your ear. And you can take the half or the full bind if you want, but don't let your heart look down. So your heart, it wants to look up. How can you create that action? How can you let it? Keep your back foot rooted firmly, your back leg really strong and powerful. Take about 2-3 more breaths. So nice, you guys. Good awareness. Nice, Ella. From the press of your feet, next time you inhale, reverse warrior. So come up through your warrior two, reach up, reach back, and lengthen your left side. Keep that deep bend in your left knee. Back leg is still straight, strong, powerful. Puff up your left ribs. Breathe into your left waistline and the space between your ribs. If you want, you can grab hold of your left wrist with your right hand and see if you can use that to create a little more length. So variations are welcome. Couple more rounds, working your pose. Notice if you let go through your belly, navel to spine, transverse abdominis. One more huge inhale. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. Take your arms to the sky, breathe in. However you want to make the transition down into your wide-legged forward fold. I know it's a little awkward with the room this full. We won't do it when we're flowing, but for right now, you can kind of move a little bit, stagger yourself if needed. And then once you're in your wide-legged fold, just explore. Be in it in your own way. If that means holding and breathing and ragdoll your arms, just hang out. That's perfect. Maybe you want to twist. Maybe you want to grab one ankle and then the other. Maybe you want to bend one knee and then the other. Yeah, headstand or even handstand. Big little hops towards handstand if you're feeling it. So wherever you go, be in your body. Don't wander off somewhere else, but feel your legs, feel your connection to center, feel your breath expanding and contracting, rising and falling. Also, neck. Take about 2 more rounds. Open mouth size, always welcome. Nice, Allie. All right, and then bring your hands or your fingertips to the ground if they're not already there. And start to crawl your hands to the top of your space, back to a low lunge position. So framing your front foot with your hands, and then root into your front foot, standing splits, right leg lifts. Very nice. So I do not care if your right foot is an inch above the ground. Just find your own edge and then be there. Breathe into it. Right toes active. So feel your right toes. Awesome, Scotty. Feel energy moving all the way up into your right toes. So yes, your left leg is the one that's holding you and supporting you, but feel energy moving upwards so you don't feel so heavy. Soft face, soft jaw. See if you can lift your right leg just a little bit higher. Amazing. Everybody lifted higher. Take one more inhale. And then set your right foot down top of your yoga mat, forward fold. You can give your left leg a little shake out or pedal out your heels, whatever feels good to you. And then eventually heel toe your feet so your big toes are touching. Bring them together. Big toes touch, little gap in between your heels, tuck and curl once again. Tiny little potato bug ball. And then this time you can stay in your potato bug ball like we did before. Or if you want to play with toes stand, point your knees straight forward. Bring your hands to your heart center. So crown of your head lifts up. Your knees point forward, hug in with your inner knees and inner thighs. If you want, you could even play with some sort of arm balance, a crow pose, or Titibhasana with your legs straddled and wide. Oh, sorry. You could also just stay right where you're at and simply breathe. So give it about 2-3 more breaths wherever you're working. Yeah, awesome job, everybody. All right, next time you inhale, my friends, we're gonna come to a halfway lift position. Nice, Kai. So half lift, we'll stay here for an extra breath. See if you can feel your spine nice and long. Feel your shoulder blades hugging towards your spine. So get all the rounding out of your back. Take one more inhale here. Opposite. Yes, like that. Exhale, fold and bow. Root through your feet and rise all the way up. Arms overhead. Pause, check in. So is there a way you could find more neutral pelvis, more neutral spine? Is there a way you could feel that connection to your center, your transverse abdominis engagement? So your transverse is your lowest, deepest abdominals. So one that supports your low back, keeps all your internal organs in place. So you want to feel that little engagement. holding and supporting you like a brace around your middle. Left foot is your base, right knee lifts, standing staff. So nice. Hug in with your inner thighs, flex through your right toes. Take one more inhale, reaching high. And then as you exhale, twist, left arm forward, right arm back. So keep squeezing through your inner thighs and twist from your center. You can, if you want, grab your outer right thigh or knee with your left hand, or press your right hand into your low back and use your arms against your body as a little bit of gentle leverage. If you want extra, you could gaze back over your right shoulder, balance challenge. Yeah, nice work, everyone. Breathe all the way down into your belly, and with your exhale, twist a little bit further. Take one last deep breath. Inhale back to standing staff. So arms reach up, pause for just a moment. If you want more, extend your right leg forward. Try not to lean back, press through your heel. So good. Take one more inhale. Slow motion, low lunge. You're gonna land with fingers and toes at the exact same time if possible. Hands frame your front foot. Once you are in your low lunge, bring your back knee down gently. And then unthread your left leg, take it back behind you, three-legged tabletop position. Left leg reaches back. Yes. So you're on hands and knees with your left leg extending back. Take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, knee towards your nose, round, curl in, hollow out, push the ground away. Inhale, re-extend. Check in with your right toes, curl them under, the ones that are on the ground. Exhale again like that, or humble cow. So little baby rock forward, bend your elbows, tap your chin down. Beautiful. As you inhale all the way back and up, three-legged down dog. So all the way back and up. And then exhale, straight to down dog, or now rock forward into your plank, chaturanga. You can take it as three-legged. You can set your left foot down, nice Mags. You can set your knees down, awesome Amber. Really good, everybody. And then take it back to down dog eventually. Or now is a great time for a little rest. So if you want a child's pose or a hero's pose or any other position, this is when everybody leaves for a bathroom break. Yeah, you can grab a drink of water. Just give yourself a moment. So we're going to move through everything we just did, that whole entire sequence, that whole entire flow, a couple more times, but it'll be a little faster. Oops, sorry. So we'll go breath to movement, one breath, one movement. And it does not mean that we speed through it as fast as we can and forget to breathe. It means we go slow. We move with our slow, spacious breaths. So if I'm cueing too slow for you, see if you can actually breathe slower and breathe bigger and breathe deeper than you even thought you could. Move with that breath. And if at any time you just feel like taking a little break or you feel like doing your own thing, that is absolutely fine with me. So this is your own practice. As long as you're being respectful of those around you, you can do whatever works. Always honor what you need, what your body is calling for. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog, Ujjayi breath. All right, great big inhalation as you push the ground away. Lift your hips super high. Exhale, look to the top of your mat, however you'd like to get there. Forward folds. Once you've arrived, find your halfway lift, spinal extension, lengthen. Exhale, let it go. And then rise, take it all the way up. Inhale, extend your arms, reach high. Exhale, hands to your heart center. All right, here we go, my friends. Inhale, high mountain. As you exhale, cactus your arms, baby back bend, curl open, make it come from mid and upper back. Inhale, re-extend, realign. And then as you exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. So swing your arms back, sit back, maybe float up to tiptoes. Stay on tiptoes if you'd like. High mountain as tall as you can grow. Yes. Maybe stay on your tiptoes as you dive down. So big balance challenge, stick your butt out, feel your core engaged to help you balance. Nice work. Halfway lift, heels are now on the ground. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Try to keep that exhale going as you lower. Inhale, lift your heart, shoulders back and down, away from your ears. Try not to lock out your elbows. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step through softly. Nice, Cameron. Rise, crescent, inhale. Good, Gordon. As you exhale, you choose airplane lunge or fly, full airplane. So back foot floats up if you'd like. Inhale, nice, Kim. Come back, crescent, soft landing. Breathe in. Nice, Erica. Exhale, bring your hands down. Pivot your back heel down. And as you inhale, rise back up, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, side angle, reach forward, tip it over, empty all the way out in your breath. Good. Press into your feet. Inhale, reverse warrior. So stay in your legs, that deep bend in your front knee as you reach up and back. Exhale, cartwheel, hands to the ground, low lunge. Inhale, standing splits. Lift your left leg high. And as you exhale, straight into your little tiny potato bug ball. Bring your big toes together, tuck and curl, empty out. Inhale, half lift, heels down, spine long, stick your butt out. Yes. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet and rise. Inhale, reach up and lift your left knee up. Left knee lifts. Other left knee. Exhale, twist towards the windows. Right arm forward, left arm back. All the way to empty. Inhale, come back to center, reach up, maybe extend left leg forward, press through your heel. Exhale, slowly, low lunge. See if you can land softly. Hands framing your front foot, set your back knee down. Inhale, three-legged tabletop, take your right leg back. Exhale, knee towards your nose, round, push the ground away with both hands. Inhale, re-extend, your left toes are curled under. Exhale, one more like that, or humble cow, rock forward, bend your elbows, tap your chin. Inhale, all the way back and up. Yes, and then exhale, straight to down dog or rock forward, chaturanga, take it however you'd like. Inhale, lift your heart, nice, Claire. Exhale, lift your hips. Beautiful, friends. Inhale, left leg high. Use your strong core. Exhale, left foot forward, low lunge. Inhale, crescent, rise, high lunge. Exhale, you choose airplane lunge or fly, full airplane. Smiley face shape, create it with your body. Come back, soft landing if possible. Inhale, crescent, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, hands come down. Back heel pivots down. And inhale, take it back up to your warrior two. Exhale into your side angle, reach forward, and then tip it over, take it all the way to empty. Press into your feet, inhale, reverse, reach up, reach back, bend deeply into your front knee. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, low lunge. Standing splits, right leg lifts. Active through your right toes. Exhale, little tiny ball. Get small and compact. Empty out. Find your very, very center. Good job. Halfway lift. Heels down, spine long. Realign. Exhale, bow and fold. And then rise all the way up. Inhale, reach up. Lift your right knee up. Exhale, twist. Left arm forward, right arm back, all the way to empty in your breath. Inhale, back to standing staff. Reach up, maybe extend right leg. Exhale, low lunge. Move slowly with awareness, landing softly, and then set your back knee down. Inhale, three-legged tabletop, left leg back. Exhale, knee towards your nose, curl in, navel to spine, push the ground away. Inhale, re-extend. Your right toes are curled under. One more like that, or humble cow as you exhale. Bend your elbows, tap your chin. Yes. Inhale all the way back and up, three-legged down dog. Exhale, regular down dog or rock forward, plank to chaturanga. Take it however you'd like. Inhale to lift your heart. Exhale, lift your hips. Nice work. That's one round. We've got one more. This time I'm going to change it up a bit, add a few things in, switch a few things up, take a little more time to work into some poses. So just like you've been doing, friends, stay present. Listen to my cues. They are all invitations. So take what works, leave the rest behind. Maybe a couple open mouth sighs right now would feel real nice. You're coming with me for this last round. One more big inhale into your down dog. As you exhale, look to the top of your space, step or float, forward fold. Spinal extension, nice and long, breathe in. Nice, Liz. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet, rise all the way up. Reach up and stretch. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, listen here. Inhale, arms to the sky. Grab your left wrist with right hand. Side body stretch, just like at the very beginning. Hips go left, upper body goes right. Inhale back through center. Switch your grip. Other side. Exhale up and over like a crescent moon all the way to empty. Inhale, center. Now as you exhale, baby back bend. Cactus your arms. Curl open. Comes from mid and upper back. Inhale, re-extend. Arms to the sky. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. So maybe float up to tiptoes. Nice, Brittany. Stay on your tiptoes if you'd like. High mountain. Inhale, grow super tall. Yes. Exhale, maybe stay on your tiptoes one last time as you dive all the way down and fold. Beautiful, friends. Heels on the ground, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Try to keep that exhale going as you lower or even hold empty. Nice, Kel. Inhale, heart lifts. Good, Erica. Exhale, hips lift, down dog. Right leg to the sky, breathe in. Now listen, stay right here or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Get as close as you can. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Get as high as you can. Yes, inhale, three-legged. Nice, Abigail. And then last one, my friends. Exhale, knee towards your nose and step through softly. Rise up. Inhale, crescent. Thanks, Mikkel. As you exhale, one more time, airplane lunge or fly. Come back, soft landing, crescent lunge, breathe in. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth, pivot your back heel down, and then inhale, take it back up, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, side angle, reach forward and tip it over. We're gonna pause here for a moment. Stay here or options, triangle pose or half moon. So you can either try to work your front leg towards straight, or you can reach forward and float your back foot off the ground. You can also stay in side angle. So do whatever your body is calling for. If you have no idea what your body is calling for, then just play with it. Get curious about it. If your back leg is lifted, strong and powerful, like you're stomping your back foot onto an invisible wall. Wherever you're at, is your breath still flowing freely? Good job, friends. If your back leg's lifted, see if you can lift it a tiny bit higher. One last round. And then everybody come back to warrior two. See if you can land softly. Take a moment to settle in, to adjust your legs if needed. Next time you inhale, reverse warrior, lengthen your right side. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge. Pause in your low lunge, add a twist. Left hand on the ground, right arm to the sky, revolve lunge. So feel your strong legs, feel your inner thighs hugging towards one another. Try not to sink into your back leg. Keep your back leg straight, strong, and powerful. Breathe down into your belly, and as you twist, or as you exhale, twist from your center. So like a ringing out sensation. Last couple of rounds. Yes, good job. End of your next exhale. Let it go. Standing splits. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, tiny little ball. Get small and compact. Empty out. Inhale, half lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Heels down, spine long. Exhale, fold. And then rise all the way up, arms to the sky, left knee lifts. Exhale, twist towards the windows, right arm forward, left arm back, pause. This is where we'll take the full variation if you want to. Grab your left foot with your right hand and start to extend your left leg forward. Only extend as much as you can without rounding your spine. So length in your spine is first priority, then working your front leg towards straight. Good job. Flex your left toes back and active. Breathe down into your belly. Exhale that ringing out sensation from your middle. Last breath. Inhale back to standing staff. Arms reach up. Maybe extend left if you haven't. Slowly, low lunge. Hands come down, back toes come down, and then set your back knee down. Inhale, three-legged tabletop one more time. This side. Exhale, knee to your nose. Curl in, round, push the ground away. Inhale, re-extend right leg back. Left toes are curled under. Exhale, one more, or humble cow. Bend your elbows, kiss the ground with your chin. Inhale, all the way back and up, three-legged dog. Listen, from your three-legged dog, open up your right hip. So bend your right knee and peel your right hip open. Stack right hip on top of left. Stay here, or option to flip. Right foot comes down. Yeah, reach forward. Your heart wants to look at the front wall. See if you can let it puff up through your chest. Breathe down into your belly. One more inhale. And then everybody, regular down dog. Both hands, both feet on the ground. Walk it out. Please feel free to keep walking it out. Or option to inhale, rock forward, high plank, maybe hovering right leg if you'd like. And exhale, chaturanga. Lower slowly. Nice, Amber. As you inhale, peel your heart open, shoulders back and down. Nice, Mary Jo. And exhale, downward facing dog. One more side. Inhale your left leg high. Stay right here and hold, or left knee, right elbow. Exhale, little twist across your body. Inhale back up, three-legged, stretch it out. Exhale, left to left. Aim for your armpits. Yes. Inhale back up. Nice, Kim. And then last one. Everyone, knee towards your nose. Step through softly. Rise. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Beautiful. One more chance to fly. Airplane lunge or full airplane. Awesome job. Soft landing, back in crescent. Breathe in, gaze up. Exhale, hands come down. Nice, Tara. Back heel pivots down. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2, rise. Exhale, side angle, reach forward and then tip it over. Perfect place to stay, or you know your options, triangle pose or balancing half moon. So you can work your front leg towards straight, or you can float your back foot up. Wherever you'd like to go. You could also stay in side angle. All of those poses, everything stays open, your hips and your heart. Yes, keep wrapping your left butt cheek underneath you in all of those poses. Your back leg is lifted, strong and powerful, like you're karate kicking with your back leg and it got frozen in space. So if your back leg feels heavy, engage more of the muscles in your leg and even in your foot, even in your toes. One last inhale, maybe lift your right leg higher. Exhale, come back, warrior two, soft landing. Yes. Awesome, Tara. Take a moment to settle in, adjust if needed. Next time you breathe in, reverse it, reach up, lengthen that left side. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge. Pause in low lunge, add a twist, revolve lunge. Right hand down, left arm to the sky. So not twisting from your arms or your legs, twisting from your center, right under your rib cage is where you want to feel it. Back leg is still strong and powerful. Even imagine the power of the pose is coming out of your back toes, moving through your back leg, then connecting right at your center. Spine is long. If you're gazing at the back of the room, try gazing straight across the room or even slightly forward. So encouraging length in your spine. One last deep breath. Very nice. Bottom of your exhale. Let it go. Release. Standing splits. Right leg lifts. Inhale. Spread your toes. Exhale. Little tiny potato bug ball. Small and compact all the way to emptiness. Find your center. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale. Bow. Take it all the way up. Rise. Inhale. Arms reach up. Right knee lifts up. And then exhale, twist towards the right side of the room. Left arm forward, right arm back. We will pause here. This is your time if you want to work into the full variation of revolved hand to big toe pose. So you can grab your right foot or your right big toe and start to extend your leg forward. Only as much as you can without rounding through your spine. Hug in with your inner thighs, press through your heel. Broaden through your collarbones. Take one last huge breath. Work your twist as you exhale. So nice, everybody. Come back, standing staff. Reach up. Maybe extend your right leg if you haven't. And then slowly, low lunge. Soft landing if possible. Hands frame your front foot, back knee down. Inhale, three-legged tabletop. Take your left leg back behind you. Three-legged tabletop. Last time here. Exhale, knee to nose. Curl in, push the ground away. Inhale, re-extend. Curl your right toes under if they're not already. Exhale, either one more like that or humble cow. And then inhale all the way back and up. Three-legged down dog. Pause and three-legged down dog. Open up through your left hip. Bend your left knee. Peel it open. Stay or flip your dog. Left foot comes down. Nice hope. Left arm reaches forward. Heart is open. Breathe all the way down into your belly and feel your abdominal wall stretch. Nice, Jamie. One last deep breath. Awesome, Charles. Come back. Regular down dog. Nice, Kay. Walk it out. You can keep walking it out if you'd like. Otherwise, invitation. Inhale forward. High plank. Hover left leg if you want to. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, heart lift, shoulders back and down. Do not lock out your elbows. Exhale, down dog. All right, and then everyone from your down dog, bring your knees down. We're gonna take what's called screaming toe pose. So your toes are curled under. Sit your hips back onto your heels. Your knees are hips width distance apart. If this feels like a lot for your feet, you can bring your hands to a block or to the ground in front of you to kind of take some weight off. Otherwise, just sit back, nice and long through your spine. If you want to, you can do something with your head. You can roll it around. You could roll out your wrist, do something with your arms, or just sit and breathe. So this is really good for your plantar fascia, the soft tissue at the soles of your feet. If you have really tight plantar fascia, this probably feels really intense. See if you can be with it, soften around it, send your breath into it. And anytime you need, just hands to the ground in front of you, take off a little bit of weight. We'll hang out here for about 4 or 5 more breaths. You can exhale out your mouth anytime. Ah. Try not to let your heels drift apart. Energetically hug your heels in towards midline. Good job, friends. Last couple of breaths here. End of your next exhale, come forward to tabletop, untuck your toes, and you can give your feet a little pitter-patter tap. Tap them against the ground. Yeah, it should feel relatively good. Sometimes I also like to lift my feet, point, flex, or roll out my ankles a little bit. And then as you're ready, downward facing dog. And as you move into your down dog, feel all that new awareness in your feet and in your toes. That aliveness in your feet and your toes. All right, from your dog pose, inhale your right leg high. Pigeon pose, right shin to the top of your space. Bring your body down nice and easy. Set yourself up with intention and attention. So if you come to my class often, you know how I cue this pose. It's different than maybe other yoga instructors. So you are not trying to push your hips towards the ground and get your right butt cheek to the ground. Instead, you're pulling your right butt cheek back and up, like there's a rope attached to your right butt cheek, pulling back and up. So you want to feel like you're plugging the right femur bone into the hip socket. And then you can soften around it, stretching the actual muscle in your right hip. So many people in pigeon pose are just sinking into their joints, hyperextending, exploiting their hypermobility, and it's not really doing any good. It's actually probably doing more harm than good. So awareness is everything. Find first the structure of the pose and then soften around it. Yeah, really nice, you guys. And even that transverse abdominis engagement that I keep talking about, you want to feel it here. So if you're up in your pigeon with the crown of your head towards the sky, you're not flaring your ribs forward. That little navel to spine connection helps everything integrate. So you have integrity in this posture. So integrity in a yoga posture, it's much like integrity out there in the world. Nobody really knows except you. If you're telling the truth, you always know. If your pose has a strong structure, if you're in alignment, you know. I can't always see it on the outside, but you feel it inside. It's different. So start to find that integrity in every pose. What does it feel like in your body? It's inner alignment. Big, deep breaths. Good job. Good awareness. And those of you that have flipped over and are taking this on your back, perfect. Please always give yourself what you need. Be here for a few more rounds. Exhale out your mouth anytime. You'd like invitation with your next inhale. Fill up as big as you can. Hold in that fullness. Take an extra little sip, just like at the very beginning. And then open your mouth and sigh. Let it go. Very nice. Start to lift your upper body. Three-legged down dog. So plant your hands, tuck your back toes under, take your right leg back and up. Whee, give it a nice little shake out. And then eventually just regular down dog, walk it out. If you want to move through a quick vinyasa to reset on your own, go for it. Otherwise, just walk it out, couple more breaths. All right, left leg high, inhale. Pigeon pose. Exhale, left shin forward. So set your body down, and as you set yourself up, you're not trying to push your hips down and flare your ribs forward. Instead, left butt cheek pulls back and up, navel to spine connection. Feel that integration, that strong structure, especially if you're a more mobile person through your hips. This is super important. So find the structure first, and then start to soften around it, bow forward. Good job. Good awareness, everybody. So I know it does feel like you're coming out of it a little bit. What you're actually doing is just setting yourself up with integrity. So you're not sinking into your joints. You're actually stretching the muscles around the joints. So it's really a completely different way of being in the pose, actually getting from the pose what it's meant to give you. So you can do every single pose in this class completely mindlessly, not really feel much of anything. Or you can pay attention, tune in, use your breath, feel every little micro adjustment and connect more deeply to your body. Staying curious, exploring with curiosity, responding with curiosity. Anytime you want, big open mouth sighs are more than welcome. Give it about 3-4 more breaths. Ah. Soft face, soft jaw. If you want to, friends, next inhalation, get as big as you can with your inhale. Fill up, hold, extra little sip. Send it down into your hips. And then big sigh, let it out. Ah. Start to find your way back. 3-legged down dog, nice and easy. Left leg to the sky. Give it a nice little shaky shake. And then one final downward facing dog. Walk it out. If you want, you could take one final vinyasa here as well. Eventually, just child's pose. Take a couple of grounding breaths in your child's pose. And then from your child's pose, find your way down onto your back. You can face whichever direction you feel like. You can get there however you want to. It's nice and easy. Come down onto your back, and once you're there, hug your knees towards your belly. Take a little rock from side to side. From here, any inversion you want to take for about 5 to 10 breaths. So anything that puts your hips and or your legs higher than your heart. Could be something a little more restorative. Could be something more challenging, just depending how you're feeling. It could be a couple different variations. Yeah, I love it. If you're by a wall, you want to use it, please feel free. Just kind of letting everything settle. Letting the ground now support you, hold you. And after about 5 to 10 breaths in your inversion, no rush, ease your way out. Give yourself about 5 to 10 breaths to take any finishing poses that you would like. So if you want a supine twist, you want one last heart opener, maybe you just want to rest with your feet together, knees apart, or feet apart, knees together. Maybe happy baby. Happy baby is always a good one at the end of practice to kind of traction out the spine. So please, please, no rush. Take your time. Finish off your practice however you would like. And eventually, we're working our way into our Shavasana. So as you feel ready, you can start to find your way into your final relaxation. You can let your breath dissipate, let go of any effort, any manipulation or control of your breath. Just let your body take over again and breathe you. You can take your Shavasana in corpse pose, the traditional pose for Shavasana. If there's another position that will allow you to relax a little bit more, give in a little bit more, feel free to go there instead. As you settle in, my friends, I will read to you. This is a poem by David White. It's called The Journey. Above the mountains, the geese turn into the light again, painting their black silhouettes on an open sky. Sometimes everything has to be inscribed across the heavens so that you can find the one line already written inside of you. Sometimes it takes a great sky to find that first bright and indescribable wedge of freedom in your own heart. Sometimes with the bones of the black sticks left when the fire has gone out, someone has written something new in the ashes of your life. You are not leaving, even as the light fades quickly now. You are arriving. Read it one more time. Above the mountains, the geese turn into the light again, painting their black silhouettes on an open sky. Sometimes everything has to be inscribed across the heavens so that you can find the one line already written inside of you. Sometimes it takes a great sky to find that first bright and indescribable wedge of freedom in your own heart. Sometimes with the bones of the black sticks left when the fire has gone out, someone has written something new in the ashes of your life. You are not leaving, even as the light fades quickly now. You are arriving. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. And start to slowly and gently bring movement back into your physical body. Eventually find your way onto either side, fetal position. And after a couple of breaths, just resting on your side body in this nurturing pose, really letting everything settle and soak in. Just ease your way up into seated meditation, facing forward towards the front of your mat and the front of our space. So right back where you started. You sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. Notice how you feel. Invitation to bring your hands to your heart, either prayer hands or one palm stacked over the other. And we'll close together with one big collective Om. Om is just symbolically the vibration of the universe, the sound that existed before anything else was here, and the sound that one day everything will return back to. So try not to worry how you sound, how your voice sounds, but focus more on the vibration moving through your body, expressing out your mouth. Start by exhaling, emptying out, clear your throat if you need to. And then breathe in your voice, fill up with it. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming, for letting me guide you, sharing your energy. Namaste. You're so welcome. All right, friends, have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. So I figured it out. It's 3 weeks is that market. So we'll have this class the next 2 weeks, and then it will be not happening in 3 weeks. If you didn't pay on your way in, please pay on your way out. The way the studio works is it's all the teachers pay rent to teach their class, and then the donations are reimbursement for our rent and then our pay. So really helps. Thank you. It's out. Okay. There's one other one, but they've got that bottle over there. Sorry. Mhm. Mm. What's your mom's name again? Asia. Asia. I sure remember that. Oh, she does? Oh, cool. Is she in town for Thanksgiving?
No, just a couple of days.
Okay. Okay, nice. Cool. Awesome. Thank you. You're so welcome. Thanks, Allie. Thanks, Max. Love you. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. Sorry.
Thanks, Miss. We'll see you.
You're welcome, Miss. See you next week. Happy Thanksgiving. You might be here? Okay, I would love that.
We're not going on still. Like I'm Friday, it's very small.
Okay, hell yeah. Nice. Yeah. Easy. Make it easy.
Like
Right.
we're having beef
You're so
bourguignon.
welcome by
I'm not even
Games
having it.
Beef Bourguignon.
My husband wants to cook.
I love it. You're like, okay, fine with me.
Oh my God,
I like a Thanksgiving. Whatever.
you're cooking.
Yeah, yeah. Take it. Take it. Take it off. Bye, Mary Show. Love you, Scotty. Thank you.
Oh my God, what a good plan.
Thanks, Barb.
You amazing.
Thank you. You amaze me. Good job showing up.
No kidding.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Here, I'll take that.
That was so good.
Good. I'm glad. You enjoy it. Ah, you're so welcome. Thanks for coming. Okay. Hell yeah.
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 It's gonna be packed, right?
I don't know. I never know, but my guess would be yes.
It's like a Thanksgiving thing to do.
Right? It kind of is, huh? Get in the yolks. Yeah, exactly. Totally.
Right.
Bye, Britt. You're welcome, Kelly. Good to see you. Tell me your name over there. Jeff. Sorry, Jeff. Get it eventually.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thanks for coming. You're awesome.